You know it's real when I set up an entire photo shoot for a pair of fucking roller skates. Chicken, can you please get out of my photo shoot? You are not aesthetic. Oh my god, this is so heavy. How much do roller skates weigh or something? Like 5 pounds? Each? You guys don't even know where I live. I don't know you like that. Oh my god, I'm so excited. The fact that I waited until I could turn on my camera and set everything up before opening this just says how much restraint that I have. I sat next to the mailbox for 7 days straight in a lawn chair singing Negro spirituals quietly to myself, waiting for this to arrive. Now, what I will say is that Crazy Skates has phenomenal customer service. I paid for overnight shipping because that's the kind of person that I am and that's the kind of life that I live. And it's available on their website, but they actually shipped it 7 days instead. So by day 2, I was like, wait a minute, it's not here. And the tracking said that it was going to be here in a week. And so I emailed them and I said, you know, I think you guys might have made a mistake with the shipping. And yeah, I said, hey, you guys must have made a mistake with the shipping, so could you refund me the difference in the cost? And they said, oh yeah, no problem. And not only did they refund me the difference, but they just refunded me the entire shipping cost. And I think that that was Buddha trying to tell me that I shouldn't have been spending so much money on overnight shipping anyway, and to just be patient and stop being so bougie. Buddha says we're in a recession, bitch. Calm down. Okay. Ah! I'm not built for this. Oh my god, what is this? This is like... Is this a Chanel skate? This is the packaging they sent it to me in. This is glamorous. This is extremely glamorous. I'm really feeling this. Which way does it open? This way. Oh my god. Do people actually are expected to carry this around? Like you're just taking your skates on the airport on a casual skating trip because that's something that normal people do all the time. And you just have your big ass briefcase as a carry-on. That's definitely my aesthetic though. Oh my god, they're individually wrapped. This? Oh my god. This is gorgeous. Look at that. Oh! I just paid $250 for some skates and I immediately dropped them. My first impression, these wheels are bigger than I thought they would be, but also they definitely need to be adjusted right out the package because these are barely spinning. So I assume that means the trucks need to be adjusted too because these feel way too tight so far. Oh, and it comes with this little card, how to care for your skates, and a little manual. How cute. That is cute. This is immaculately cute. And so I went into this video thinking I didn't really want to compare it to other skates because people get really defensive when you talk about their skates. So I think it's going to be a slippery slope comparing these. But I've seen a lot of people ask about these in comparison to the Moxie Lolly, which I understand because they have a similar material. They're both made of suede. They have a similar price point. These skates, the Evokes, are actually $50 cheaper. Right now, I think that the price of these skates on Amazon is actually $20 more expensive than it is on the Crazy Skates website. So if you decide to purchase these, go to the website instead. Let me adjust these while I'm talking about this. Have you seen my Y tool? Actually, it'd be a good idea to see if these fit, but they look like they fit, so I'm not really worried about it. Okay, these fit perfectly, thankfully. So as in comparison to other skates, I'm just gonna start off right off the bat because a lot of people, if you're watching this video, you're probably watching it because you saw that these were the only skates that are available that are lifestyle or artistic skates on the market right now. And that is because these skates pretty much just came out. So they were released first in Australia at I think the end of March or early April, and they were just released in the United States about 3 weeks ago. Because of that, people have been hesitant to buy it because of the steep price point, and it's not a brand that people think of when they think of, you know, high, like luxury kind of beginner skates. The price point is comparable to the Moxie Lolly, or a little bit more expensive than the Sure Grip Boardwalks, which are both suede boots that people are sure are reliable right now because they have a reputation. I just want to say that the reason why I took the plunge and just went ahead and bought these is because Crazy Skates has a reputation as well. They do have the glam boots, which are have great reviews. People love them, and for the price point, it's actually a pretty solid skate. And Crazy Skates have been around for a long time. So the reason why I felt so comfortable paying so much money for a skate that nobody really reviewed at the time and didn't have a reputation at the time is because I know that Crazy Skates wouldn't be stupid enough to put that kind of price tag on a trash skate. It just doesn't make any sense. So I went ahead and purchased it, and I did a lot of research before and after. So these are $250. These are tough. What the hell? Am I just weak? Am I just weak? Lefty loosey, am I turning it the right way? Oh, I'm just weak. Ugh. Christ, I need to work out. This is what happens when the gym's closed for too long. People were asking about comparing the skate to the Lolly. Now, I haven't skated on a Lolly because, you know, I spent $250 on this skate and we are in a recession. And also my husband said no. However, just based off of the specs, this is made out of the same suede material as the Lolly. And it actually has solid wheels that people gave good reviews for. And also, it has better bearings. The first thing that I'm noticing right off the bat about this skate though is that the laces aren't, I can tell I'm probably gonna end up replacing them. Yes, they're cute, but they feel like they're just gonna fall apart before anything else on the skate actually does. So I'm going to definitely keep an eye out on that. I'm getting hot now. Oh my god. So Crazy Skates uses the Galaxy plate, which to my understanding is just a nylon plate, which shouldn't be too heavy. The skate itself doesn't feel all that heavy. I'm actually surprised because when I was carrying it in the box, I thought that it was going to be a little bit on the heavier side, but it turns out I literally just need to work out. That's literally all that is. So I saw people expressing concerns also about the shipping of the skates because they saw that Crazy Skates is based in Australia. However, they also have a warehouse in Indianapolis, and I believe they have a store in Indianapolis too. So that's where your skates are gonna ship from. You don't have to worry about the weight, and these skates are actually in stock. I feel like they wanted to make a skate that would compare with the skates that I mentioned, like the Boardwalks or the Riedel skates, or more notably, the Moxie Lolly, which this has been compared to many times. And honestly, I'm waiting for someone who has skated on both to make a comment on that, but the optics wise, it looks comparable to the Lolly, except for these laces. I have a problem with this. Maybe that's where they cut that $50 corner at, huh? Which is a really weird thing to skimp on, guys. All right, these bad boys are ready to go. So I can tell you right now that if you get these, you're going to have to adjust the trucks and the wheels right out of the box because they are all on way too tight. There are also some people who are concerned about the sizing of these, which is completely understandable. When you're ordering things, especially shoes from online, people are really nervous about the fit because you can't go in store because all the stores right now are closed anyway. And I think the only Crazy Skate store itself is in Indianapolis, so you have to have a local store that would just happen to stock these skates and they're brand new, and it'll be difficult to find it, things like that. So from what I've experienced and from what I've heard from other people in our groups, the sizing is very accurate. I tried these on and they fit like a glove. They're perfect. So what I did was, I actually did what they recommended on the Moxie site. Here they recommended that you take your favorite shoe and you measure the insole of the shoe. But I know that sometimes, you know, people, it varies on the shoe because a lot of people wear the wrong size shoes, especially with running shoes. So if you are like a 7 in, you know, sandals or something, you could be like an 8.5 in running shoes, just because those are how those shoes run. So just saying take a random shoe and measure the insole, I don't think that's the most accurate way to find sizing. I traced my foot onto a sheet of paper, and this was an idea that I got from the Moxie website when I was contemplating buying a pair of lollies instead. Trace your shoe or your foot and then measure it with measuring tape, and that is the measurement that you use. And so far, based off of that method, this is accurate. The size that Crazy Skates has on their chart is accurate. Now, you can order these from Amazon, but I think they have more shipping options on their actual website. So if you want to have faster shipping or a different type of shipping, then that's fine. But from what I've heard, these come really fast either way. Like, they could have shipped it USPS and it would have probably gotten here the same speed as FedEx, from what I have been seeing people post about their new skates in the groups and things like that. So far, I've seen glowing reviews about these, so I'm ready to see how they perform on the streets. So I said I was going to go outside, but then I realized that I'm not even sure how these skates feel on my feet. So I think that I'm gonna just wheel around the parking lot a little bit until I get a better feel of the skates, and then see if I'm brave enough to go outside in them for the first time. I was thinking that I was just going to go out for a quick skate so that I could see how the skate worked for me, and to just kind of get a feel of how it feels to roll around on it. And I ended up skating for like 2 hours. So I plan to make like this long, like drawn out explanation on why I like the skate so much, but now I'm just really tired. So I'm just going to give you the short version. This is awesome. It feels like you're gliding on nothing. Like there are some pebbles in the parking garage and I barely even noticed it with these. So the wheels on here are the truth. They work well for indoor and outdoor. I didn't go outdoors very much. I just went into the alleyway back there because there's like a lot of people outside and I'm still trying to social distance as much as I can. So that was out, but I'm going to go to the beach really early tomorrow and skate with my husband and see how it holds up on the actual outside. So I'm really excited to see how it works, but so far these get a A+ rating from me. I actually like these wheels a little bit better than my Sure Grip wheels, just because like they're both really good hybrid wheels, but these ones don't feel like you're going way too fast. I like the ankle part where it dips down over here. It's super comfortable and it feels supportive, but it doesn't feel like my ankle is stiff and it can't move. Like my ankle can still move around in the back of the boot, and I really don't have any complaints about it. There's also, I noticed this padding. I don't know if this is supposed to be like a lining or something, but the tongue on my other skates keep like slipping down and moving while I'm skating, so I have to stop and adjust it every so often because the boot on that one is vinyl. But this one not only stays in place, but it feels like really snug. But I think that a improvement in here would be if I could add some insoles on the inside. Maybe it's just because I haven't broken it in yet, but I hear they say that suede doesn't really need to be broken in that much. But my feet were a little bit sore after I was done skating today and I didn't really go anywhere. Like I was just skating in circles around the parking garage, so I am a little bit concerned about that. But I think that with a good insole, it'll solve that problem really easily, so I'm not too worried about it. The toe stop, I also noticed, is lower down than I'm used to. So when I first started skating at the beginning of my little session, I had to stop the toe stop from brushing up. Like I'm just not used to not being able to go forward and have a toe stop there to stop me. So That was a little bit odd to get used to, but once I did, it really wasn't that big of a deal at all, and I plan to make more use of this one in the future. It does say that this is an adjustable toe stop, so I assume that means that I take some kind of tool and take this guy out and then move the toe stop along any of these ridges. So I think maybe just for my comfort, I might just move it up if I can figure out how to do so. Now, these laces are still gonna be an issue. Like, they just feel really cheap. Not because, like, I mean, here's the thing. I'm not normally a kind of person who's a stickler for laces on anything at all. It's really normally not that big of a deal for me. But these are just so notably cheap that I'm actually shocked that they chose this lace. I think maybe it's because on their brand they wanted to go for like a luxury, glamorous sort of image, but it ends up just looking cheap because the laces themselves are really thin and the material is difficult to adjust them, so they come off as kind of stiff, and I don't like that at all. So I'm going to get a more sturdy pair of laces. They're just laces, it's not that serious, but it's serious enough for me to make note of it, and I think that's the only thing that I will say that I want to immediately replace on this. Other than that, I like this a lot, and I'm really excited to skate around more in it tomorrow so I can give you guys more of like an in-depth opinion of what I have. So if you have any other questions about things like, you know, the sizing or the shipping or things like that, just let me know, and I will definitely catch you later.